Oh, yeah. Welcome back to another episode of FNT. It is March 23rd. We got some big time trade news to talk about. I'm sure you guys might have heard it drop today. We're going to be talking a lot of news, a lot of signings, and a couple of trades. See you on the other side.
Hey. As I make my way, the fact I'm still alive, my claim to fame. It's no surprise I'm on a rise, finna stake my claim. Separate me from the others, cause we ain't the same. Ask my brothers from another, we ain't for play. Time is money, so we got no time to wait. Soon as this thing's moving, it can't be stopped. Blue bands in my pocket, call that juggernaut.
In the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your work sure would help a lot. Get your life together.
You know the stat quo. Finna get a bag, bustin' down that blow. Out of East Side.
Oh, yeah. We are back. What up? What up? Fantasy Football Hustler back at you. Another episode of FNT.
Hey, Bogard Scott free. The earth is my turf. You already know. Universe give me money. You know what I'm saying? We might have a couple special guests, man. The homie Steezy might pull up. You feel me? And we might have some other guy pop up. You know what I mean? We'll see about it.
Oh, yeah. Let's shout out everyone in the chat real quick. I always got to show love for everyone watching live. We got Ron in the building. What up? Dion in the building. Shout out to the 420 crew. Live Sports Talk with Jake said Tyreek Hill, top of my get list this year. There we go. We're talking about Tyreek Hill first. And shout out everyone else real quick. Antonio in the building. What up, bro?
What it do? Birthday twin.
Yeah, Emil in the building. What up? Said, damn, everybody on the move now. I mean, we could just talk about that just in general. What up, Song? What's going on? And what up, Lee? What's going on? This has been the dopest. This has been the dopest offseason ever. This feels like more like fantasy football than ever before.
You ain't lying, bro. I mean, like, you would swear Bogard's making like several phone calls. You know what I mean? This is how we want it, bro. I mean, this is what happens when you know what I mean? It's like when the immovable force meets the immovable object meets the unstoppable force. Yeah. And when they collide, it sends shock waves, changes everything, the landscape of everything. That's what happened when me and you got to doing this thing about a year ago and some change now.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? We're here to document the illest offseason ever, bro.
Last year was the illest draft ever. You know, I mean, we were seeing more fantasy football moves, you know, pick up in the real draft. And now we're seeing it in the offseason. And Song said, never seen this kind of offseason before. This is the first of its kind. It has never happened before. So
I think that makes it Big Jordan right there. The 23rd trade we've seen in this offseason. I think Tyreek Hill is like the 23rd trade or something like that, bro.
Yeah. What up, John? What's going on, bro? Patrick in the building. What up, bro?
Hey.
And Song said, I think it's because the draft is so weak this year. I don't think it is. I think it's because of guys like Mike McDaniels, young blood who don't want to wait. Like, he may only get, I mean, what's his contract? Maybe like 3 or 4 years, you know, something like that. You got to make.
I think they give him the 5 years, but like 3 years and then you're gone. If you know what I mean.
You can't build through the draft if you want to be successful in the NFL right away anymore. It doesn't work like that. You got to make plays like this.
You got to getting the Tyreek Hill move too. It's twofold. It's obviously you're getting Tyreek Hill, but then it's also to see if Tua is the guy. Because then if you're a young coach, then you move on from Tua because he's still on the rookie contract. You move on from him after a season of this. So this validates that they're making a conscious effort to make Tua the guy. You know what I mean? Yep. Oh, I'm sorry. The tuna fish.
Yep. And Tyrant in the building. There we go.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Oh, yeah.
If that is your real voice.
Let's talk about the trade details. So Hill gets traded from the Chiefs to the Dolphins, and then they extend him immediately. 4 years, 120 mil, 72 mil guaranteed. Fast.
Let Tyron lead off on this one because he has some strong statements that Tyreek Hill was on the decline. Tell us
Yeah,
about
absolutely.
that.
Absolutely, he was. But real quick before that,
No. You said absolutely. Hold on. You said absolutely.
That's related. It's related.
No.
Yeah.
Incorrect.
So there were 5 draft picks, right, that were traded for him. One of them was a first overall for this season, and I didn't get. Did you get what the other 4 were? Because I didn't see that.
It's the first. Their first for this.
Nothing
year.
underneath 29.
Yeah, the first. It's the first this year is 29. The second rounder this year, it's the 50th. Their 4th round, and then 2023 4th and 6th round.
I think that compensation wise, I actually would have liked the proposed Jets deal better, just because I really like EJ Moore. But here's the thing. So I mean, as far as what they got back for it, I don't think it's worth it. But I do kind of see why the Chiefs would want to trade him and be okay with trading, and I'll tell you why. Okay, so
because he's on the decline, like you said.
Exactly, and I'll tell you. I'll give you some numbers here. So
I disagree.
Okay. That's right. That's okay. You could disagree, but here's the thing: it's the second time that he's ever played 16 games in a season. Okay, his yards per reception and target were the lowest since his rookie season. Okay, 24 more receiving. Yeah, he had 24 more receptions last season, but he had 37 less yards than in 2020. Okay, the scheme.
Oh my God, he's declined.
The scheme was a little different, right? Because, first of all, they weren't going as much downfield, and he's been like, double, triple team, right? Okay, so I see why they changed that up. But here's the thing. That doesn't explain still why his yards after catch per reception were down. His yards were down. He was down 8 total touchdowns, 6 in receptions. He had 7 drops, which was the most that he's had in any season. Okay, his fantasy points per game, those were down 4.5.
Hey, you don't watch the games, do you?
So that's what I'm saying.
All
of this tells me that this is a wide receiver that, he's still technically maybe in his prime, but he's past the peak. He's on the other side of that peak. He's going to go down. I think Kansas City saw that, and that's why they were okay with not paying him the money and okay with trading him.
I think the Dolphins got a steal of a deal here because the first and the second rounders, I feel, are the only ones that are really worth anything. I mean, I know those 4th rounds and the 6th rounds they can hit, but
hey, you want
probably going to be hitting on defense, not on offense.
Yeah, no, I think the compensation was bad. I liked it better with the Jets deal because I think, like I said, I like more. I like getting that first rounder as well. I think you're right. I think that the compensation wasn't right. He's still going to be an elite player. He's still going to be a top 10 player. He's just not top 5 or top 3 like we thought he was last season.
He was a top 10 player last year.
Wide receiver 6 overall. But we are expecting him to be a wide receiver 3 or higher. So, I mean, a lot of people
not us.
in most leagues.
Not us.
All right.
You playing.
Well, hey, I know. I hear you.
Hey, I want to point something out. That was a prime example of a whole lot of words, and you said nothing, bro. That was it right there.
I really had a lot here.
Right there. A lot of words.
24 more receptions
last season. A whole lot of nothing. Hey, Hustler.
37 less yards.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Hustler. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did Tyreek Hill not come off a career year in receptions?
He did, 111.
And he had 9 touchdowns, correct?
9 touchdowns
versus really 17 the year before.
Hold on. And I'm not going to count any of them years with Alex Smith because that's a totally different QB. He was still coming into his own, right? They traded him away at his prime. This was a money thing. This guy's in his prime. He has maybe 3 solid years before you could be like, he's on a decline. You know why? You can't touch what you can't catch. And he's like Steve Smith and Percy Harvin rolled into one, bruh. You know what I'm saying? He's a fast little mini fucking Jaguar cheetah thing, bruh. This thing has not lost a step. You know what I mean? So
this deal is
hold on, let me finish my thought. This is how I can tell you don't watch the games and you just look at numbers, Tyrant. Because if you watch the games, you'll see the entire league has morphed into playing shell defenses against QBs like Mahomes. That's why the triple coverage is there, and he still had a career year in catches. You, my friend.
Receptions.
I'm sorry.
When you change the scheme to where you're doing shorter receptions,
that is
you're
your
doing more
real
passes instead of the downfield stuff. Yeah, that's going to happen naturally.
Hey,
but as far as all the other metrics, he's down on every one of them. So that's what I'm saying.
naturally,
he has
you're
lost a
wrong.
step.
Hit the buzzer. Man.
I'm not going to be in agreement with Tyreek declining because I mean I saw him drafted anywhere from the number 1 wide receiver to like the number 7
6.
receiver. So it's I mean I even saw him get drafted at number 7. So it's really all personal preference with where people wanted to take him.
But apparently the Tyrant
as
is.
far as most expectations were concerned, he was at
No,
least
no,
a top
now it's
5, if not a top
expectation.
3 wide receiver.
Now it's
and he only came in wide receiver 6. I'm just saying, I'm not saying he's a bad wide receiver. He's definitely still a top 10, but he's not.
So you're saying
where he
nothing.
was before.
So
And
you're
that's what I'm
saying nothing.
I think the Chiefs can recognize that.
You are saying nothing.
Patrick, I wonder if KC is going to draft Jamison Williams. You already know they better be going after some wide receivers. And this was a contract dump. Tyreek's agent says that he wanted to be the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL. And shit, it happened within 24 hours of him making that claim to them.
Yeah.
Because Mike McDaniel ain't playing over there.
Yeah.
So the
I'll tell you
Dolphins.
who is playing.
Who? I'm messing around.
This
All right.
guy. Listen, you know who's playing.
I'm fucking around. So here we go. So the Dolphins. Now you got Tyreek. You bring over Chase Edmonds. You bring over Radio Raheem Mostert. You get the left tackle Teron Armstead, lock him into a fat ass 5-year deal. You think the Dolphins are they're going to be like contenders, like playoff contenders or playoff pretenders?
Everybody is live with the 7th seed, right?
Yep.
And if you look at it now, just fixing that line with Armstead is already like a tremendous 3 steps forward for what they're going to want to do. You know what I mean? They're gonna implicate that zone run, and they already have Tua's already accustomed to the short quick hitter passing, shorter A dot, average depth of target passes, right? Now, with more time in the pocket and someone like Tyreek Hill to take the top off, you might see him be able to stretch the field because he had a nice deep ball going back to Alabama. We just haven't seen it at all in the league.
I agree. And I think this is.
I bet you do agree.
I think the Dolphins are a QB away from being very, very dangerous.
Oh yeah, and as far as people are concerned about what this does for Waddle, I don't think it's really going to hurt him much at all. I think that the attention, that Tyreek's going to get that takes away from him is going to equal out the attention Tyreek gets from Tua. So I think Waddle's still going to be okay. Waddle's still Tua's guy. It's
why is everything so vague? What's okay? What's okay?
Life in Sports Talk with Jake said Hill's the number 1 option to stop, and he still had a good year. Look at DK. Guys like Hill, guys like DK, they can have an off year here or there, but shit's bound to turn back around.
And here's the thing.
Numbers, though.
Here's
a lot of numbers
why.
On the decline.
Hey, listen, you can look at all the numbers you want, but you should look at the games. You know what I mean? Look at.
I watched the games. Trust me.
I don't trust you.
I thought he was slower. I actually drafted him a lot this year, and he kind of disappointed me.
So that's what it is. You're upset that you probably took him top 3 when you shouldn't have.
No, I didn't take him top 3, but I still got him.
I bet you did.
And I didn't. I mean, top 5, sure, because we all saw that was coming, but we didn't.
No. We stop saying we. Stop saying we.
A lot of people did.
No.
You might be an exception.
No. You want me to tell people what group of people you represent? Should I tell the people what group of people you represent?
Albert said, where do the Chiefs finish in the AFC West right now?
That's what I thought.
On paper, they're finishing 4th until they make some moves. And David P., you the man, bro. Good looking on the super chat. I'm going to get you those extra entries into that Buda Baker signed jersey giveaway that we're doing. I'm going to do that at the beginning of April once I get to Vegas. Nice. And Ron said Dolphins are going to be legit next year. And Antonio said Fugazis.
We'll see.
And Song said Waddle's going to eat. Yeah, because, I mean, if anything, Tyreek's the one who's going to get double covered.
Exactly. So anybody who's talking about worried about Waddle, don't let go of him. Hold on to him. I mean, of course, hold on. The guy's going to be great, but don't worry about what he's going to do because it's going to be the same, if not better. And
Antonio said Parker might get cut possibly. Yeah, Parker's been
that could happen.
He's been a failed experiment the last couple of years. He keeps getting hurt.
Yeah.
Let's see. And where we at? And Antonio said, "I'll take the Fugazis for 100, Bogard." And Hill's already on the trade block. For what? In our dynasty? All right, let's see. Some other news that we got recently. Matt Ryan getting traded to the Colts. The craziest thing about all this is that $40.5 million in dead cap. That's the largest dead cap that anyone has ever left out there.
Bad move, Fontenot.
You got saved by the bell, Tyrant.
It's all right, because I'm saved by the bell.
Give him a buzzer for that one.
All right, so Tyrant, let's hear it though. What do you think about Matt Ryan going to the Colts? Is it going to be better than Carson Wentz? I mean, I'm not even talking about the trade. Just how do we think it's going to affect their team fantasy wise?
I think it's going to be a little bit better than Carson Wentz. I mean, I'm not going to say that Matt Ryan's much better. I don't think he's going to make everyone superstar so much. I do like it for Pittman. I think Pittman's going to be a little bit better this year.
You just contradicted yourself
as well. So, but it's not.
How are you just going to contradict yourself in the same sentence?
It's not going to. Well,
tell him it's going to be okay.
What I'm saying is that he's not going. It's not going to be a major improvement at the QB position, but as far as what it does for the pass catchers, yeah, I like it. But it's not going to move the needle too much to where I'm freaking out.
Okay, listen. Listen. Nice attempt. Now let me take this. Matt Ryan is tremendously better than Carson. This is an upgrade. He's going to one of the best lines in the game. He's coming from one of the worst lines in the game with some of the worst personnel you could think of. They had to make my man Corduroy Pimpin do it all like a pimp would and should. You know what I'm saying? And listen, now he's going to where he has Jonathan Taylor, who also catches balls out of the backfield. Right. Your man Michael Pittman, who is he okay? Is he good? Is he bad? I like him. I don't know. I don't even know what you're saying. Pittman, WR3.
I like him better this year than I like him last year. Is what I'm
Pittman, saying. WR3 at best. I'm saying this based on the fact that it's a run-first offense. They have a great defense. They're going to play a controlled style of game with a competent QB who isn't playing hero ball every chance he gets.
I'd say wide receiver 3 is more of his floor than ceiling, but
they're going to go out and they're going to get Julio Jones. We already know that. Going to go get one of Matt Ryan's best friends. Even if he stays healthy for a couple games, maybe that opens up some stuff for Pittman. But I still feel like the passing game is going to be a whole lot of nothing, even though Matt Ryan is definitely a big upgrade. They got to get some pass catchers because Mo Alley Big Cox, he hasn't been coming through like we saw in those couple game stretches that he did before.
I mean, shit, he was stretching like a mighty cock having his first erection. Then he went impotent. You know what I mean? Speaking of impotent, Tyrant. Let us know what else you think about Matt Ryan.
And Ron said Julio still 8 during those Devontae Freeman years. Yep. All right. How about Lenny Fournette re-signing with the Bucs? Kept hearing all the chatter that he was going to go to New England and went and visited him and thought he was going to be the next LeGarrette Blount. Best move for him, right?
Hey, man. Shout out to playoff Lenny, a.k.a. Super Bowl Lenny. He's the only guy I know that gave himself the second nickname. You know what I mean? Right? The Round the Horn guys, did they give him the first one? Someone from ESPN, right?
No, I thought it was the Pardon My Take guys.
Oh, yeah. Barstool guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he started calling himself Super Bowl Lenny, right? Well, shout out to Super Bowl Lenny because he went to the evil empire and he used the dark side of the force because he was there posturing so Tampa would be like, listen, bro, come over here. You know what I mean? Come back on home, Lenny. Come on, Leonard Foreskin.
That was just to mess with Tom, wasn't it?
I mean, Tom Brady's like, don't you fucking dare.
I've always said it.
Listen, bro. Listen. He came back to where it's all right. And when they give him 3-year, $21 million.
Yep.
Shout out to Lenny, bro.
Because they weren't giving him none of that after they got him off being released from the Jaguars.
I think he's always been terribly underrated. I think when he started off with the Jags, he wasn't on a good enough team to really shine. And now he's been on the Bucs, he's been shining.
Oh my God. Every time you have to say something incorrect. Yo, look at his numbers. He was a beast until he got injured. He was a beast.
Yeah, but
2017, 2018,
I know,
injured the whole
right.
way. 2019, 76 receptions.
But then everybody
1,000
kind of,
yards on the
a
ground.
lot of people
You
gave up
are
on him.
incorrect again.
A lot of people gave up on him, and
You
I wasn't
gave up
ready
on
to do
him.
that. I'm glad
Oh,
that
you
he's
mean
shining
you
now on
and
the
the
Bucks.
people? Hold on, you're speaking of those people again. You and a lot of people, the group that you represent. Let them know about the group you represent.
I'm just talking about
That's what I thought.
Fantasy analysts in general, my friend.
No. That's us. You are from like Middle Earth somewhere.
I should bring Gandalf back, speaking of which.
Yeah, it'd probably be more tolerable.
So bunch of shit in that same division. 2 QBs got sewed up. Jameis Winston re-signed with the Saints. So it's definitely not going to be Jimmy G that's going over there. We know that much.
Right.
Well, since Tyrant missed that one, like, whoa. Take it away, Tyrant.
No, of course they were able to sign Winston. Jimmy G going there is more like a fucking pipe dream, to be honest with you. Because as a Niners fan, I'd like to see us get more than a fucking ham sandwich back for him. At this point, I don't think we're going to get anything for him. We might go back into that later on. Now, as far as the Winston signing goes, yeah, I like it. It's good. Keep the consistency going. You got to keep something going there. That way. Otherwise, they're pretty much in a rebuild, but they can put together.
They're not in a rebuild.
Do some good, make some good picks, things like that.
They're not in a rebuild.
What's that?
They're not in a rebuild.
Oh, well,
they're trying to
don't
compete.
have a lot of pieces. They're going to need to get some more pieces.
You know what? Maybe to you, because you can't. I bet you can't name like 8 players on that team, can you?
I could, but
I bet you can't. I'd put money on it.
And then we got Marcus Mariota going to the Falcons, like literally the next second.
Hey, you called that shit like a motherfucker, Huss.
I'll give you props on that. Good one.
Oh, your props. Oh my God, your props.
Made way too much sense.
Of course. With Arthur Smith there, yeah, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
With his time,
that was my
Tennessee with them, yeah. It makes sense. He knows how he can possibly utilize him. I think it's still going to be just kind of a placeholder, so to speak. I think they're still going to go after
Captain Obvious. Captain Obvious speaks again.
Juju gets signed to the Chiefs.
I love it.
Robinson gets signed.
I think we all saw that coming.
We definitely all saw Juju coming to the Chiefs because they wanted to go get him last year. They even offered him more money than the Steelers did, but he stayed loyal. Yeah. You know what I mean? Shout out to Sagittarius, real Sagittarius, like me and Juju.
Shouldn't have stayed loyal to Ben. Got him nothing. But I don't know what's up with OBJ now with Allen Robinson going to the Rams because the rich keep getting richer. The Rams.
Killer 3. How about this? Killer 3 wide receiver set. That's what I see.
Yeah.
I mean, OBJ is extra sensitive. No one wanted him when the Browns cut him. He cleared waivers. Then the Rams came and got him. You know what that meant to OBJ? Oh my God, they want me. It's kind of like Tyrant when he's like in the chat trying to like convince everybody he's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? Just, oh, please believe it. And now he's coming off the ACL, so no one's gonna look at him. The Rams are gonna end up getting him for dirt cheap.
But you already heard him. You already heard him say that he's willing to come back to the Browns now, right?
What?
Because
it
was Baker. He hated him.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all hate him. Actually, I love his commercials.
That's the only thing he's good at.
Yeah, only thing. And then the last piece of news that I got here before we get up out of here, the Vikings. They went out and got some help on the pass rush. Signed Za'Darius Smith after he said he was going to go back home to the Ravens where he got drafted. Then said, "Nah, I'm not going to do that." And then signs a 3-year deal, $42 million, and looks like he can earn $5 more in incentives on top of that too.
So you mean he hit the Ravens with the 42 fakey, then signs the 42 mil cakey? I like it.
Fat contract for him because he's already getting up there in years. So,
I mean, he's 29. Yeah. And he's getting money like he's gonna be a every down player. You know what I mean? and he might after a while morph into like like a third down specialist type, because that's basically what I think he's good for. If you're not gonna be able to be on the field all damn day, you know what I mean?
Yep. Ron says, I think Baker gets traded, and I think they get a first for him. They probably do, because there's a lot of starters in the league that aren't as well. I mean,
he
not
said
a lot,
first for him.
Yeah,
he said first for him.
Yeah,
you know why he's not going to get a first? Here's why the Browns don't get a first, because they have Watson in the building. So there is no leverage that they have. All the teams that need QB, they're all filling up. So when you're looking at the Seahawks, or perhaps the Panthers, or perhaps whoever else the fuck that might be interested in Baker, man, a third round is probably going to suffice.
Yeah, second at the very most. And I see him going to Seattle personally.
It depends.
Because I said that. Hey, you listen, I have a whole episode of stuff that you said that I said in the thread. This is awesome.
Damn, Emil said
maybe agree on a lot of things. Hey, great minds think alike, right?
Emil said,
you're not in that conversation with me.
Emil said Baker will end up getting cut, if anything. I don't think they're going to cut him, but
no, they're not going to cut him.
He's on his rookie contract, so he's not worth as much.
And like 18-8 is his rookie contract. The 5th year, it's fully guaranteed. So I mean, a team would love to get quote unquote franchise QB for 18 mil this year, and he has to play his ass off. And if he starts to show, a lot of promise, maybe he's mid-season and he has a winning record, he's above 500, then you extend him for cheaper and not wait till the offseason. And Seattle, I don't think they're doing that no more. The more I thought about it, especially that Tyrant's on it, because everything he says just be wrong. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna get off that. I think he goes to Carolina.
Antonio said, I think the Giants sneaky pick for getting Baker. They could be.
I like that.
Especially since they got Tyrod Taylor, go reunite, that combo again for a second. Get rid of Danny Pesos.
I like that a lot. Dial that one up. That one's a good one.
Yeah.
Because the Giants are stupid enough to use one of their multiple first-round picks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're not going to get a QB.
And that's where Ronald will be right. It needs a dumb organization. For what it's worth, Seattle does dumb shit, but they don't do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if the QB that you're going to have to extend in that sense. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
if you're giving up a first, you're going to extend him.
Yeah, they have to. No one's going to trade a first for him unless they think that he's a franchise guy.
Unless you're giving up a third, right?
I think that they will get a first, because just like you said, it takes someone dumb. There's always a couple dumb people around, that'll make some moves like that. This is what it is.
It would be really sad. I'd laugh my ass off at any team that wants to trade a first round for that guy.
And Tino said Tyreek is done. I don't think so. I mean, obviously going from best QB in the league from Mahomes to tuna fish, it's definitely.
If he wasn't on the decline before, at least in fantasy, he will be this year.
Devin, what up, bro? Said Tyreek to the Dolphins. Hustler, what's going on? It's like fantasy football out here for these owners and the new coaches getting in these guys' ears and making them go for it, because these draft picks don't mean shit if they don't hit right away.
Exactly.
So, I think they went for someone that they know is going to hit either way. And Live in Sports Talk with Jake, Ryan, and Wentz got a third. I'm guessing Baker's worth a 6th rounder. Well, his contract isn't as bad. Like, that's the thing with Ryan, his contract. Well, I mean, they took a lot of the dead cap anyways, but yeah, their contracts are just more than his. He's still on his rookie deal.
That's the only reason you'd give up anything of worth to him, for him, for sure.
And Ron said, yeah, it was stupid when teams traded for Wentz and Bradford too. Yeah, and John Mack, what up, bro? Dolphins fan in the building. I know you're hyped about that Tyreek shit.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Hey, why don't you tell him why he shouldn't be hyped, Tyrant? Because apparently Tyreek Hill sucks. Right, Tyrant?
Oh, I didn't say he sucks. I'm just saying.
Oh, you know what? You didn't say anything, really.
He's still an elite wide receiver. Just not a top 3 or top 5.
He's elite now.
I have said it from the beginning. He's still an elite wide receiver. But he's not a top 3.
I have receipts. I have receipts.
It's dude, each year it's gonna be more and more of a decline.
Mm-hmm.
They got out. You gotta get
each
value
year.
Just like in fantasy. You gotta get value when you can.
Hey, dude, I think you've reached your peak of takes, and I think you've just been on the decline, Tyrant.
No, man, this rocket's going straight to the moon, my friend.
All right, well, that's all the news that we got for you today. Come back tomorrow for the circle. It's all going to be based around all this recent news that we've been going lately. So come back and see who's the champ when it comes to this shit talking and these takes. We're out. We'll see you tomorrow.
That's right.
As I make my way, the fact I'm still alive, my claim to fame. It's no surprise I'm on a rise, finna stake my claim. Separate me from the others, cause we ain't the same. Ask my brothers from another, we ain't for play. Time is money, so we got no time to waste. Soon as this thing's moving, it can't be stopped. Blue bands in my pocket, call that juggernaut.